This is George Dionne with Metal Express Radio, and I'm here with Tezzi from the band Infinite and Divine. How you doing today, Tezzi?
I'm very well. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. If I knew absolutely nothing about Infinite and Divine, how would you describe the band's music to me?
I would say it's a bit of a mix, actually. If you listen to the full-length album, it's a mix between melodic hard rock and melodic metal. We have bits and pieces of both in the tracks on the album, but still with kind of catchy choruses and melodic singing, yet kind of, raw vocals here and there. But it's a mix of this and that, but we keep it to melodic hard rock metal maybe then.
I think you got a little bit of soul in there too. I hear a lot of soulfulness in your voice.
Yeah, I do like soul as well. So when it comes to the singing, I kind of fall back on that as well.
How did you and Jan Åkesson initially team up for this project?
Actually, we met in 2019 through mutual friends. We met a couple of times watching gigs together with friends playing. And we started talking, and he told me he had a previous band, a project that, wasn't going to happen anything more with that. So he said he had some tracks lying around that he basically, he wanted to finish it. He wanted to finish what he started. So he asked if I would like to try out my vocals on a few of them. So, and it turned out we lived 2 minutes away from each other. So it was easy to just go over there, have a cup of coffee, and record some hard rock tracks. So we tried 2 songs, and it kind of just clicked, actually. It's cliche to say, but it worked out so well, both on a personal level and a musical level. So we decided, this could be something. Let's try out some more and see where this goes. So recorded 2 more tracks that were with already written lyrics and melody. And then I started writing lyrics and tweaking melodies and writing melodies on the rest of the tracks. So didn't really know each other starting this. It's been a process, recording and getting to know each other at the same time, and it's been just fantastic, actually.
How did you 2 decide on the band name?
The band name was kind of an issue to start with because we didn't have one. It all happened really, really fast because we recorded the first 4 songs with vocals, and John asked me, is it okay if I just send this around, see if we can get some input, see what people says. And just a few days after, he said, well, we have Frontiers here who's interested in what we're doing. It's like, okay, that's nice. We recorded the 5th song, sent it to Frontiers as well, and they really, really liked it. So they were like, okay, we like this. Do you have a band name? Do you have promo pictures? We got a proposal for a record deal from them. And we looked at each other like, no, we don't have a band name, and we don't have any pictures because we were not expecting this at all. We have 5 songs recorded. So it got to the point where we had to sit down and okay, we need a band name now, and we need some pictures to send them. So we did the lists, this, maybe that. And we sent it back and forth to Frontiers as well. But then we had the track on the album, Infinite and Divine. And we thought that's actually a pretty cool name as well. And that was also one of the first 2 songs we recorded that we kind of bonded with. So in the end, we decided to go with that.
Excellent. Your new album, Silver Lining, comes out on Frontiers on April 9th.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind the album's title, Silver Lining? Because there's no songs on the album called Silver Lining.
No, there isn't. but it's kind of there's not really a specific theme on the album with the songs. Like I said, 4 of them were written. The lyrics were written before I joined the project, but the rest of the lyrics are mine. And there is a theme in that way, that I have a tendency of writing from what I know, my experiences. It's always been a way for me to, the pressure starts boiling up for me. It's been writing that has been my way of like releasing everything. So it's basically about, you can go through hard times, and it can just actually, you can go through them. It can make you stronger. You can learn from your mistakes, and going through that, just to realize that there is a silver lining. Things can get better. So it's hopeful. It's both dark and light in this album and the lyrics, but in a hopeful way, in an optimistic way. That's why I thought that Silver Lining would be a good album title.
Certainly, especially for the times that we're living in now.
Definitely, most likely, yes.
You've released a couple singles from the album. Let's talk a little bit about them. Let's talk a little bit about I Feel Alive.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me what kind of inspired that song?
Well, that was actually one of the tracks that was finished when I started. Like, the fun thing is, Infinite and Divine and I Feel Alive were the actual first 2 songs that I recorded when we just to try it out, if it would work with my voice. So they were already written. So unfortunately, I did not write that, because it's a really, really nice song, and I really do like the lyrics. And it says a lot. It's a powerful song, I think, in all meaning, and it also goes very well with the silver lining theme. Because he sent me 4 tracks, and I think that was actually my favorite of them. Think like, yeah, I really like this. I wanna sing this. I wanna put my voice on this. So it's a really, really nice song, and it's very suitable that the first 2 songs we recorded are the 2 first singles out there. Kind of puts things together somehow.
Absolutely. So of the songs that you wrote, what are kind of your favorites? I mean, obviously you wrote them all. They mean something to you, but if you had to pick a couple to put out there, what do you like?
Oh, it's hard. It's like trying to choose between your children or babies or something. Like, oh, please don't be mad, but I will pick this one. No, I like them all, but I think just like as a whole, song-wise, I would really do like Wasteland. Because I really think it's a catchy song all in all. But lyric-wise, I would go with probably Not Too Late is one of the tracks. Which is kind of like really in theme with the silver lining, thing. Basically about sometimes you just need someone to hear you out, basically. It's easy to get put in like different boxes and labels. If you haven't been feeling very well, it's very easy to look at a person and just think that, oh, it's all bad. Everything's bad. But the whole light and dark thing really comes through in that song, I think, that you can be really, really, really strong in your dark periods as well, because you're capable of getting through them. But still, you might just need someone to sit down and hear you out. You don't have to come with very good answers or advice. Maybe you just need to listen sometimes. So I like the lyrics of that. It's close to heart.
Excellent. Was Infinite and Divine going to be a touring band, or was it more of a recording project?
It started as a recording project, but we very quickly realized that we want to bring this to the stage. Then the whole COVID thing happened, which, it's really, really hard to do anything right now, to make any plans of touring or gigging. But we have a drummer, we have a bass player, we still need, like, trying to figure it out with the keyboards or additional guitars. We'll see, but we definitely want to be out touring. We want to bring this to the stage and greet the audience and bring everything. So maybe if it takes too much time now with the whole COVID thing, maybe some streaming gig would be a good thing to do, actually. So we're starting to think about that and see what happens.
Is this your first music recording project, or have you been in the music business prior?
Not on this level, no. I've had previous bands and gone through the whole thing, recording demos and trying to push them out and send them everywhere and taking every gig you can possible and the whole thing like that. But this is the first full-length album on my own, where I've been writing, singing, and that has been picked up by a label. So I'm very new when it comes to all of this, actually. I'm trying to learn as I go. So it's really, I'm super enthusiastic about everything. I'm like a child going for Christmas, like, yay, this is so much fun. A bit overwhelmed with everything and with the great response we got in for the singles and everything. So I'm just enjoying this right now.
Awesome. And it's a very impressive album. I did like Silver Lining. I thought it was a bit different than certainly what Frontiers is known to put out, but even like sort of the style of music you guys do is usually an operatic singer, and you're more soulful, I think, and that kind of opened my ears to it.
Yeah, I couldn't do the opera thing if my life depended on it. I don't have the voice for that, which is not a bad thing. I like that too. It's beautiful to listen to, but I could not do that. I don't have the voice for that. I'm finding my own ways instead. I do like the soulful thing instead.
Who are some of the artists that have influenced you?
Oh, that is always a hard question. It's a real tricky question, actually, but comes from a lot of places. I do love Queensryche has always been with me, from basically running around in diapers. But when it comes to singing, you pick up bits and pieces from everywhere. But I love Anouk, for instance. Her voice has a very soulful voice. Tori Amos. And then we go to Aerosmith and Kiss and Black Sabbath and David Bowie. So it's bits and pieces that you just put in this giant kettle and boil everything up. So
exactly, I think that's for a lot of people too.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint something specific.
Well, that's all I have for you today, and I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with Metal Express Radio. Your album Silver Lining comes out on April 9th, and you should be very proud of it.
Thank you. We are, and we're so excited to finally release it.